it's Jessica from a Dominant Sticks YouTube channel, and I figured I would take you all along. I'm going to try my best to walk around this church house up here since I'm so bad out of shape, and do some laps around the church house. And so this is what it looks like after the flood of February 2025 down here, around here on the lower part. But anyways, we'll walk up and I'll show you what things look like around here, and just try to talk to you all about why I'm walking. And so I figured this will take a long time because I am a very, very slow walking person and I'm very, 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 very out of shape. So I stepped on this scale that I got a month or so ago with my health insurance for free with my medical stuff, and you can tell I'm already out of breath just by walking up that little hill right there to the church yard up here. But anyways, I stepped on the scale a few days ago, weighed myself again, and I was so mad at myself because I could tell that I gained close to like 5 or 10 pounds, because I was at 240 pounds, almost at like 242 to be honest. So I've definitely gained weight, and I don't know how I've gained weight, because to me it seemed like that I had lost weight, or even I wasn't eating that much. So I don't know. It is what it is though. But we're gonna start walking around. This is the churchyard that's close to my house. And I did walk up here on foot with my youngest daughter. She don't like to be filmed though, so I'm trying not to film her that much. But anyways, we walked up here because it was such a beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous day out. The sun is out, it's right at 70 degrees. And we walked up here to walk. And a lot of times, we've done this for the past few years now, but a lot of times when it gets warm, me and my youngest daughter will walk up here and sit down there below at the creek there where they baptize people. They baptize people over there where she's sitting. But anyways, we'll walk down there and just sit and pray. That's where we like to go to pray a lot of times, and we'll pray together or just pray individually or whatever. This is the new bridge that they had built after the flood of July 2022. This is what it looks like here at the Blair Branch Bridge. And then they took out all these posts. There used to be posts all in between here and little gates, but they took that out, which I'm glad. It didn't make no sense anyways. And then there used to be all kinds of other power lines too that was connected to it. And they took all that out whenever they made that bridge or redone that bridge or whatever. Now, I haven't walked, or let's face it, did anything the way I'm supposed to as a human being, exercising, eating right, none of that stuff. I've let myself go for years. So this ain't like a all of a sudden thing. This is like decades of letting yourself go and pretty much just not moving unless if you have to. So I have a lot to work on, and it is one of my future goals for life to work on myself, just to be healthy and be able to breathe again whenever I walk, and not have to be so slow and not have no energy. But it is what it is right now. I guess nothing happens instantly, so you have to really work on things, and there's a lot in my life I need to really work on. Here is the railroad tracks here on the Blair Branch Church House, and over across there you can see a little shed building that's fell down. And I'm sorry I can't go fast at this walking stuff. That's why I'm just gonna walk with you and talk with you. because I have to take breaks. You can tell I'm already breathing super hard. Like I said, I'm a person who's basically not moved in forever. But anyways, that little shed thing that's fell in over there years and years ago, probably even way before, there's all kinds of moss here too. Anyways, way before, like when I was a child, because I really don't even remember it. I remember it standing up before it fell in. But that place used to be an old sawmill. So I never did get to see it like in use or nothing though. Or I don't remember it in use anyways. And then, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little trail right there that goes up the mountain. I used to walk that trail back when I was a teenager in high school, probably about, I don't know, 14, 15, 16 years old. I used to walk that trail, or run that trail actually, every day after school when it was warm outside. But obviously I'm not in that good of shape and condition to do that now. And then this like here little church house is years ago there used to be all kinds of people who would walk this area, because there's really not like a whole lot of parks around here, or nice parks, and there's really not a lot of nice places in Letcher County in general. I would say that's like parks or like places that you can walk at, or none of that stuff. Now they are wanting to, the local society of Letcher County, they have been wanting to for years now. There's all kinds of debris on this from the last flood of February or whatever. But anyways, they have been wanting to for so many years now. They've been trying to like bring tourism in here to Letcher County, but they've never like succeeded at it. They've done some nice things to it, like where I took you all the other day on a video up to the Jenkins Overlook. There has been some overlooks built, and that's probably about the extent of, as of right now, of like tourism wise, what they did to fix up Letcher County. Anyways, down there is where they baptize people for this church. This church is only in session. It's a Baptist church. It's an old regular Baptist church, and it's only in session probably about, I think it's I've never really been to it other than funerals or weddings or anything like that, but I think they only go in every session, every other Saturday or every third Saturday of the month. I'm not really sure, but that's when they come to this church and stuff and have church. And it's it's kind of like you gotta be a member type church, I'm pretty sure. And it's a really old-fashioned church, and there's still a few people from the old members of the congregation that's still alive and stuff that goes to it. But then other people, probably about the baby boomer age range, they're starting to run this church and kind of take over it in a way, I guess you could say, as to my knowledge that I know of or whatever. But used to, when I was growing up, there would be tons of people out here in this church parking lot on warm days like this, riding their bikes, bringing skateboards and riding them, or just all kinds of people walking. There actually used to be one of the church members, I'm pretty sure, that was a married couple, and I always thought it was cute. They would walk hand in hand every evening and afternoon around this church house and do laps and stuff together side by side. I always thought that was nice, but stuff like that doesn't really seem, unfortunately, it don't seem too realistic nowadays for a lot of people, myself included. And I just don't know if I could get along with anyone else. Okay. Well, my daughter's leaving me. She's going home. So I'm just going to finish walking up this lap. And I guess I'll go walk back to the house too. Or whatever. But because I'm so out of shape. Belle, if you want to wait on me, this is the last lap I'm going to do too. And then I'm just going to walk back. Okay. But anyways, I'm just too out of shape to do this. And anyways, before when people walk around this church house and stuff, I think someone said that if you walk around this church house and churchyard 3.5 times, or it might be just 3 times, I'm not really sure, but it's like considered a mile. So you'd have to walk around it a lot, especially me where I'm out of shape and stuff, to even do 1 mile of walking or whatever. And I'm barely able right now, unfortunately, to move. So this is actually a struggle for me, because like I said, all I do is and all I've done for years, even decades really, is just laid around in the bed where I don't work or nothing, and really I'm not able to work, but I just lay around in the bed and watch TV shows or watch YouTube and eat all the time. And if I'm not doing that, I'm sitting on a computer and playing video games. So needless to say, my bottom half, I won't go in details, but y'all who know, you know, and I have horrible problems with my bottom. I also have horrible stomach problems anyways, but it is what it is. And then I have female problems too, of course. I've had female surgeries done before for that, but it didn't fix it. And so it's still an issue, unfortunately. But that's the good and the bad and the ugly part of my life or whatever. And then realistically, if I was actually walking this the right way, you're supposed to go to every single corner and go all the way around, but I'm just not able to do that. So we won't do that today. We're just kind of warming ourselves up, because I've definitely got to do something with my life and get my life straightened out if I plan on living and stuff. I mean, I'm 43 years old and I weigh close to 200, over 240 some pounds, so I've definitely got to get that straightened out. And I just want to be healthier and be able to breathe better. I don't know if they're getting ready to have church here or what, but there's vehicles coming in, so I'm gonna head out and I'll walk you all with me and walk you to the house. But you can see there's vehicles starting to come in, so I'll just walk back to the house. And someday whenever the water's not so high, I'll take y'all underneath of there. So we walked 2 laps just now together, so that's a start. Everywhere has a starting point, or everyone. Anyway, someday whenever the water's not too high, it's still a little bit too high, it would cover my shoes. And honestly, I just couldn't climb down there right now at the shape I'm in. But I'll take and show y'all someday underneath the bridge there, the graffiti art around here that's local to me. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but through the bottom there, that's my house over there. But that's where we're getting ready to walk to. And here is the railroad tracks from the church house. That's where the sawmill used to be. That was even before my time though. And I'm gonna just walk the roadway, because right now I'm just too out of shape to try to walk the railroad tracks. You can see some trash and stuff. It gets caught up in there every time it floods and stuff. Every time the sun's out like this, it starts to be a busy place here on the roads and stuff. People which I'm the same way. Ain't got no right to talk. But everybody likes to get out when the sun starts coming out, whether it's on their vehicles or their motorcycles, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, whatever it is. People just like to get out when it starts getting warmer, myself included. And then over here on this right-hand side, I don't know if you can see it or not, the railroad tracks. They got some cactuses that's been planted years ago. The people who used to live in this house, other people bought it out a few years back. But anyways, they planted those cactuses and plants there that they grow in the spring and summer there on the railroad tracks. But right now they're kind of dead looking. I've let myself go for years and years and years and years, whether it's been depression, anxiety, stress, worrying, all the above, just overeating, addicted to food, or trying to fulfill myself, my depression or whatever, by eating, or just being lazy. And I've let my body go, and I sure feel it. Now at 43 years old, I sure feel it. So I definitely got to work on that, and I plan on working on that. That's one of my goals for the rest of my life. There's no point in letting myself go, even though I'm still stranded and stuck where I'm at, living-wise, and I don't like it. I hate it. Never wanted this for my life, for the rest of my life, or my daughter's lives. It is what it is right now, and I just kind of got to fight that mental stuff, that mental blockage stuff, and get out of this stuff. But I can still stay away from people who get on my nerves, even though I live next door to them. I just don't go around them. But anyways, I wanted to show you, here's one of the neighbors. They have the no prison sign. I heard that the no prison did go through, that someone else bought it out, but I might not be right. But I heard that recently, so I don't think they're going to put that prison in after all, which I didn't want them to anyways. I was against it too, because that prison would have just made this place even more poor. And because if I'm just comparing it, and that's what I'm doing, and assuming it's just like any other place in Kentucky, whenever they've added prisons in poor regions, it's just made them even worse. And then also, it wouldn't have benefited the locals that much, because a lot of times like that with companies that make big buildings or whatever it is and bring it in, they'll have their own teams of people already picked out, construction workers or whatever it is, to build the place, and also already have people in mind from different states to come in and work for them. And so I'm so glad that they're not putting that prison in, and it wouldn't have benefited me and my family anyways, and that's the way I gotta look at it. It's just to be honest, you know. So that's the way anyone would look at it, is what it benefits themselves or their families or people, whoever they care about. So, but I don't know what the other business is or who bought it out. That's just what I heard, but I figure they're probably right about it and stuff, that that's what's going on. But I don't know what the franchise is or who bought them out or what they're putting in there or nothing like that. Probably won't be much of nothing knowing Letcher County's past and stuff. There seems like we don't hardly ever get anything in here, and even if they do, it don't last that long, and before it's destroyed or it's took away or goes somewhere else. Seems like that's the way it is with a lot of things here in eastern Kentucky, not just Letcher County, but eastern Kentucky in general. In my opinion, what a lot of things happen is with businesses and franchises and stuff like that, they just don't seem to last around here. So, but that's just my opinion on stuff. Anyways, you can see we're almost at my house. We're almost there. So we did get a little bit of warming up walking exercises in, but it doesn't matter because it's a starting point, and where I'm so out of shape and I've let myself go for so long that that's all that matters and that's all that counts, I guess you could say. And I guess I'll just bring you all along whenever I can to do it with y'all with. And I would appreciate any and all encouragement. I sure need it. But anyways, we're almost at my house. Yay. And I am sweating. I stink like crazy. Actually, I smell like a skunk. And I have really bad body odor. I have ever since I had breast cancer. I really literally do. There's my septic tube. There you can see. But I gotta check the mail to see if I got mail. Got a little bit. But I've always had extremely bad body odor ever since I had breast cancer. It literally smells like a skunk. And for some reason it smells like a skunk worse on my left, underneath my left hand side, my armpit. But my breast cancer back in 2016 was on my right breast, back in my right breast, and I had lymph nodes removed on my right, underneath my right armpit. So I don't know what that deal is. And then but before that, I'm just being honest and real with you all. But before that, when even I was like a teenager in high school, about 17 years old, I remember it was so embarrassing because I hear an airplane going over. But anyways, it was so embarrassing because I even had bad body odor underneath my armpits then too. And my armpits used to smell like onions. And so, really strong smelling onions and stuff. So I don't know what the deal is and stuff. And I've tried like prescription brand deodorants and stuff, and nothing seems to help. And I've heard that deodorants really ain't that great for you anyways. So a lot of times I won't even wear deodorant unless if I'm having to go like out and get cleaned up, like going in the public to like a doctor's appointment or somewhere. Otherwise, I just honestly just try to keep my distance from people for that reason, because I don't want them to smell me and stuff. So, because I can't help it. Someone told me last year, whenever I had my breast exam, for my yearly breast exam through the hospital, just doing like some scans and stuff. And they told me that I should try, because I was talking to them about it, is the reason they told me. They wouldn't just flat out mean. But anyways, they told me I should try to get like, I don't know the name of it, kind of like an alcoholic based solution. I want to say it started with the letter A, but I can't think of it right now. Sometimes I have a bad memory. But anyways, like I should try to use that and just wipe it underneath my armpits. And they said it would help like the smell of stuff. But I'm not even joking. I guarantee if there was ever any test study ever done, which that's not realistic or whatever, but I guarantee I have the smelliest armpits in the world, for real. Because my armpits definitely smell worse than what a skunk does, but it has that skunk smell to it. So it's unfortunate for me, and I don't know what that deal is, why it's like that. I've never spoken it into or on my life either, so I don't know. It's just the way it's been. And you can see the skies are starting to get, I don't know if you can tell it or not on the camera, but they're starting to get a little bit gray colored, like it might rain, but it's still really nice and really beautiful out here. And the clouds are just really beautiful and pretty. And we're back here at my house in my yard here. Anyways, I'll look at the thermometer again before I get off of here. Looks like we actually dropped a couple 1 degrees on the temperature. It's down a little bit. We're down to 69. So I know a lot of people's favorite numbers. But anyways, our favorite number. I guess I'll get off of here. Let's walk out here before I do get off here though. I want to show you and see if any flowers are starting to come up in the flower bed. Cause I don't know, I'm starting to wonder what happened to my crocus flowers, because they're always supposed to be the first flowers to bloom out in the spring after the snow. And I don't know what's happened to them. I didn't have a whole lot of them, but still I had a few, and they don't seem to be blooming or coming out of the ground. Actually, they probably should have already been bloomed by now, so I don't know if I'm just overlooking them or what, but I'm not seeing them. And I think I planted them last year, transplanted them. That might have been it. They might have not have survived me transplanting them. But I transplanted them last year somewhere about right in through here. And I'm not seeing them, so I don't know what's happened to them. I like the crocus flowers. The ones I had were purple too, but they don't have a long span at all of blooming out or nothing. They don't stay bloomed out for that long at all, and if you don't watch it, you will miss it, because like I said, pretty much as soon as the snow clears and it's starting to go more towards the springtime of the year, that's whenever the crocus flowers will bloom out. So I might have missed them. I'm not seeing them, so I don't know. But that's just a little start. I do plan on moving around more and trying to build myself up, my bones and just my energy and my overall health when it comes to walking and stuff. So hopefully we can share that experience together and stuff in this upcoming year and then into the future or whatever. But I will get off of here. I don't know what that rock sounding is. I think it's that tree over there. It's really not time for it to do that though, but I think it's the little seeds coming off of that tree and hitting that deck on that pond over there, because usually in the spring there's a vine that grows on into that tree. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's one of those, what is that called? I forgot the name of that too. It's not a clematis. It's a big old vine. It's like a vine tree. Forgot the name of it. I think it starts with the letter L. Some of y'all might know and can tell me in the comments. But it's kind of like a wisteria type tree. But I don't think it's called wisteria. Anyway, it is like a purple or lilac color that whenever it blooms out, and I'll show y'all this spring when it does, but it grows in between that tree over there, and so that's what you'll hear sometimes out here in the spring. But I think it's too early, but I think that's what that sound is. I don't know if y'all could hear it or not, but it was like the dropping sound on that deck over there, and it's like they're like little coin shaped seeds is what you get off of that vine. And they drop and stuff and hit that deck in the springtime. So I don't know if that's what we were hearing or not, but I think it's a little bit too early for that. I could be wrong though. Looks like one of the flowers got chopped up and put into the pond. An animal or something's chopped it. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, if it's clear for you, but there's a little fish starting in the pond there. I don't know if you could see it, and I heard a carp over there next to the bank underneath that dock or deck. But anyways, I'll get off of here. I've kept y'all on here too long, and just kind of wanted to show you what the weather was like and do a little walking video with y'all to get started walking around and stuff. Looks like that little flower is starting to try to bloom out down there. And I appreciate y'all for subscribing to me. I got a few new subscribers, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you all. And I appreciate all of you all who watch my videos. And then I'll get off of here and talk to y'all later. And I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.